For a century, the master of the sky was the pilot with skill, courage, and experience. The fighter ace, a hero. But that era is ending. In 2020, the US Air Force ran a simulation. A top F-16 instructor pilot, one of America's best, faced an AI opponent in a dogfight. 5 rounds. The AI won every single one. The human never even got close. Now imagine that same AI technology in a real combat scenario, a US-Iran confrontation over the Persian Gulf in 2026. On one side, Iran's most experienced pilot flying a 50-year-old F-14 Tomcat. On the other, an AI-controlled F-16 with no human inside, just code, reflexes measured in milliseconds. Zero fear, zero hesitation. This isn't science fiction, this is real technology being deployed right now. Today we're breaking down exactly what would happen in this dogfight, second by second, move by move, and why this marks the end of human air superiority. Because the deadliest pilot in the sky is no longer human. Welcome to Battlefield Insights. Our analysis begins now. This analysis is based on DARPA's 2020 Alpha Dogfight trials where AI pilot Heron defeated a human F-16 instructor 5-0. We're also examining the Air Force's active Skyborg program and collaborative combat aircraft development. This isn't speculation, this is operational technology. We'll break down the AI's inhuman advantages, reaction time, strategic thinking, and perfect execution. But we'll also expose its weaknesses, because no technology is invincible. And we'll ask the hard question, in a world where machines fly better than humans, what happens to pilots? Hit subscribe, because the future of air combat is already here. Our scenario: a US AI F-16 encounters an Iranian F-14 Tomcat over the Persian Gulf. The Iranian pilot, a veteran with thousands of flight hours, makes a fateful decision: engage in close-range dogfight. His first and last mistake. The human brain, even at peak performance, has a reaction time of 200 to 250 milliseconds. The AI, less than 1 millisecond, that's 200 times faster. Before the human pilot can even process what's happening and decide on a maneuver, the AI has already calculated 1,000 possible outcomes. It doesn't think in terms of classic dogfighting tactics like the Immelmann or Split S. It thinks in pure physics and geometry. And it executes maneuvers that would instantly kill a human pilot from G-forces alone. This isn't theoretical. In August 2020, DARPA's Alpha Dogfight trials pit AI against one of the Air Force's top F-16 instructors. 5 simulated dogfights. The AI won all 5. The human never scored a single hit. The instructor pilot later said the AI used maneuvers he'd never seen, calling them superhuman. But here's the critical context. That was a simulation. Clean environment, perfect conditions. And here's another problem with our scenario. The Iranian F-14 Tomcat is a 1974 design. It's 50 years old. Iran has maybe 40 flyable F-14s, most barely operational. This isn't a fair fight, it's a massacre. And frankly, this dogfight scenario probably wouldn't even happen. Modern air combat is beyond visual range, BVR. Missiles like the AIM-120 AMRAAM kill targets from 100+ miles away. Pilots never see each other, but let's say electronic warfare disabled long-range systems. Let's say they had to dogfight. Here's what the AI's real advantage would be. It's not just faster reflexes, it's something far more terrifying: perfect strategic thinking. The AI doesn't just outfly the human, it outthinks him, at every level. And that's where the real nightmare begins.
A human pilot under high G-forces experiences tunnel vision. Their focus narrows to the immediate threat. Blood drains from the brain. Cognitive function degrades. The AI has no such limitation. It processes data from satellites, friendly aircraft, ground radar, everything simultaneously. It has what military strategists call God's eye view of the entire battle space. The AI knows the F-14's exact fuel level. It knows the performance limits of those 50-year-old engines. It even predicts the pilot's likely next move. It predicts the pilot's likely next move based on thousands of previous Iranian combat engagements in its training data. It's not fighting a pilot. It's fighting the entire history of Iranian air doctrine. This allows the AI to play the long game. It's not just dogfighting, it's playing chess. The AI might intentionally let the human win a maneuver, forcing him to burn fuel pursuing a kill. It might lure him deeper into a trap. The human is thinking 2 moves ahead. The AI is thinking 10. In our scenario, the AI doesn't even need to fire. It baits the F-14 into a fuel-wasting pursuit, then simply waits. The F-14 pilot realizes he's low on fuel, breaks off, limps home. The AI wins without pulling a trigger. But here's the question everyone needs to ask. Is AI actually invincible? No. Look at Ukraine. Russian AI-guided drones failed repeatedly when Ukraine jammed GPS signals. The AI, deprived of data, became useless, because AI isn't magic, it's math, and math requires data. Jam the data, blind the AI. Electronic warfare is the great equalizer. And there's one more thing: the unpredictable, sometimes irrational human factor, the one area where flesh and blood might still beat silicon. And that's where our story gets interesting.
The AI is trained on data, rational, logical data. It expects optimal moves. But its one potential vulnerability is pure human desperation. A human pilot, knowing they're about to die, might do something completely illogical, something not in the AI's training set. Fly dangerously low, using terrain in ways the AI's simulations never accounted for. In our scenario, the F-14 pilot makes a suicidal dive toward a canyon, using terrain masking to break the AI's targeting lock. For half a second, the AI recalculates. That's the window. That's the only chance. But it's fleeting. The AI adapts. The window closes. There's a thought experiment. A pilot feigns ejection. The AI, programmed with rules of engagement, disengages per protocol. The pilot stays in the jet, re-engages. Could it work? Maybe once. Because the AI learns. It updates its model. That trick works exactly one time in history, then never again. But here's the question we're not asking. Should we even build these? Autonomous systems that kill without human oversight, that make life and death decisions in milliseconds. The technology exists, but should it? Because there's no putting this genie back in the bottle. What happens when an AI makes a mistake, identifies a friendly aircraft as hostile, escalates a conflict beyond human control? These aren't hypotheticals. These are real concerns voiced by military ethicists. The technology is advancing faster than our ability to control it, and that might be the real danger. Technology is advancing faster than doctrine. Humans still needed for judgment calls AI can't make.
So how does a US-Iran dogfight in 2026 actually unfold? The human pilot's courage, experience, and skill are rendered obsolete in seconds. The AI's reflexes, strategic thinking, and perfect execution create an advantage that's almost absolute. But it's not the technology that's terrifying, it's how fast it's coming. The U.S. Air Force's Skyborg AI co-pilot program is active right now. Collaborative combat aircraft, loyal wingman drones, are in development. The B-21 Raider is designed to be optionally manned, meaning human optional. By 2028, much of the U.S. Air Force will be flying with AI or controlled by AI. So what happens to human pilots? Do they become obsolete? Maybe not. Because the best outcome isn't AI replacing humans, it's AI augmenting humans. Humans provide judgment, ethics, adaptability. AI provides speed, precision, endurance. Together, they're unbeatable. The age of the lone fighter ace is over, but the age of human-machine teaming has begun. The question isn't whether AI will change air combat. It already has. The question is whether we can control it, and that answer, we're about to find out. The future of warfare is being written right now in code, simulations, and test flights. To understand it before it arrives, subscribe to Battlefield Insights. Next video, China's plan to shoot down U.S. satellites and why it might actually work. See you then.